My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slice and Dice, where we're doing Generate again because I really like it. On Unfair? Okay. I'll take Sasab, but only because it's the rarest. So I feel like if I have few opportunities to take it, I should take it when I can. Oh, that's a difficult one to give him. Monster rights, rather. So they're two right sides. Again, typically the most dangerous of their sides. Both get +3. Add mycologist. Keep the mycologist in the party for another 9 points. I don't think those two balance out. All poisons start with poison on one of all of our characters. Honestly, pretty bad. I do have the ability to revive the top defeated ally at the absolute least. Our orange character has a shifter side as well as 2 1 damage cleave sides. We have a 1 damage cleave as well on Y1. We are lacking a little bit of damage here. Poke, 1 damage cooldown. Relentless Bones. All heroes upon death summon a bones. Now, that is going to make stuff harder because if I've just lost a hero, I'm probably not especially keen to fight more enemy. So, bottom 2 heroes have their health and pips limited to 4. 4 is probably where I would limit it to, but unfortunately that does mean our yellow and orange characters, the two that are most likely to be able to generate large damage sides, are the ones that are going to be made mortal. So if I was not in Sasab, if I was in the reverse of this, if I was in basic, I would happily take this and the Knoll and then move onwards. Right now that feels hard. Sickly. All heroes with 2 or less health have pain on all sides. It feels like a really easy way for them to all die. All poisoned and sickly I don't feel like I should take at the same time. Monster shields. At the start of each turn, shield 2 to all enemies. That feels like that is going to be nightmarish as well. Do I dare look at the reroll? Take 2 greens. Magical, maybe. You know what? Yeah, magical. I'm re-rolling. I'm taking magical. Presence. We can add a presence to the party. Has 8 health. Each of them, when lost, makes them immune to the rest of the damage for the turn, and all of these sides that give bonuses. I do like that. Reanimated bosses. For each boss for each defeated boss, add a bones to each fight. So in the boss fight, at the very end of the game, there will be 4 additional bones. That does sound hard. Summon B. Summon a bee each turn! If the bee is summoned each turn but doesn't attack each turn, like as in if it's summoned and on that turn it's not yet attacking, that would be fine, but I know that's not the case. Randomized monster that does 6 damage pain sides. 2 damage poison and 1 damage cleave, that is pretty tough. I'm leaning towards something like double the pips of all sides with 5 or more pips. I'm leaning towards something like add a spider and add the randomized monster. Shield 2 cleanse, that's really, really important. The fact that we have a 2-mana shield 2 cleanse gives us the ability to deal with the poison from these targets. Yeah, let's go. We've got an orange character that has 1 side and it's 1 damage quad use. We've got a green character with 3 damage and 3 damage single use. They also have the tactic shield 2 for a single damage pit. A blue character that has the spell slice, 3 mana to do 1 damage to all enemies. They also have 1 mana cantrip, 1 mana trio, and 1 mana. Trio again is 3 times the effect if this has the same pips as the 2 previous dice used this turn. Then we have a red character that has a boost side to 1 damage self-heal sides, heal 1 mana, gain, and heal, and then 1 mana. And the spell Gaze, gain an additional reroll next turn. And then our final red character. Our red characters here are stacked. The spell is great, the 2 mana for shield 2 cleanse, as well as 2 heal 1 mana gain, a heal 2 vitality, give self-heal and self-shield to target this turn, as well as regen. We rolled pretty ballsy to start out with here. There we go, we get out 3. I like that. That'll be the ability to take the rat off of the field if I want to, saving the blue character. Perfect. So I can shield 2 for 1 damage pip. So the last of my quad use, so I'll use 3 of the charges of this, and then the final one I'll use on the shielding. So 1, and then Spider goes down, and then I have... shield 2 cleanse. 1, 2... So I've used this twice now, meaning I can use it 1 more time, and then I need to use the final for shielding our green character. I do want to lessen the amount of targets on the field quite quickly. Just make sure that, yeah, it didn't have an additional charge in there. Good. So now that I'm missing some health, I will actually be able to get additional effect out of my red characters. That's pretty cool. Shield 2 and cleanse would be really nice this turn, so having a total of 2 mana to spend would be lovely. Although not necessarily going to happen. Our blue character would have to be pretty generous right now for it to reach, and they are. So let's get heal 1 regen out, and then heal 1 mana gain. That triggers trios, so now I have Slice active. If I wanted to use Slice. I don't want to use Slice, but I do have Slice active, just in case. It's Shield 2 Cleanse that I cast here. And then I will actually take out the Goblin, preventing 3 damage. It's very unlikely, without like using Slice twice, that I was going to be able to kill the Archer in the backline, which means I wasn't going to make the Goblin run away. Heal 1 mana gain is actually a completely cromulent side for us to keep. Shout out to the green hero here for constantly hitting the 3 damage side. I would be lost without that. Sorry, I would have lost without that, is what I meant. It's the same difference, I guess. Also very, very happy that the randomized monster has not hit their big pain side. That would have also been pretty difficult for it to deal with, what with the not HP that we have. We haven't HP. Shame. Orange locking in that quad use when I have boost available would be sick. So I can do 4 damage to you, and then I can follow up with another 2. I will lose my orange character, but we will be able to take out the Archer with ease. Good lord, thank you, green. Okay, we're being offered an upgrade on each of our red characters. We could have C95 or A74. C95 has heal and shield 2 mana gain, a heal 1 mana gain, and a 1 damage self-heal, as well as glow, which I always do like, 1 mana for transform all blank sides into heal and shield 2 this turn. And then we have A75. Oh, what? A75 spell, I've not seen this before, is for 5 mana, 4 damage to all heroes and monsters. Poison. I'm not getting 5 mana, and also I'm not casting that spell. So, 2 ways over, that's not happening, chump. I'm taking the other upgrade. Or do I take my random level 2? And I do really like both of my red characters at the moment. I'll take the random level 2. Okay. We've upgraded our green character into 6 max HP, become immune to all damage this turn whenever you take damage. 4 damage heavy, 3 damage single use, and then 2 healing sides, an 8 and a 4, as well as a heal 1, boost, inflict pain. That can be pretty good. I can work with that. The fact that its biggest damage side is heavy will be a little bit of a constraint, I can only imagine. Ugh, that's not what I wanted. I'll shield 2 and cleanse so I can keep that creature around. Unfortunately, we're starting to get petrified. I lost my damage side on N2 there. Getting through these thorns is going to be really difficult. Our only attackers that can really afford to do so are... We don't have any attackers who can really afford to do so. So... That's going to be interesting. Thankfully, one of the enemies is starting to take away some of their own HP this turn, all in favor of that. Oh man, I got a lot of blank die. Okay. I feel like one of the best things I'm going to be capable of doing this turn is just getting that creature to take itself out. We're now petrified to the point that I have lost the ability to do damage with our orange character. Ideally, I would love to see a heavy out of N2 so that I can at least take one of these characters on. That's not good. If I give regen to N2, I should be able to get back some reasonable health pretty much every turn. Oh, nope, that thorn is currently looking to destroy me, so here's the plan. I'll give self-shield and self-heal and pain all to the same side in order to have R1 capable of taking a unit off the field. Next turn, I really would still love the damage heavy, because if I don't get it, yep, here's the petrify coming in. Cool, I got it. And I'll take the health. I can take out the spider, I can heal up N2, and now I just need to get to 20 health, or 2 mana, so that I can actually unlock the blank side again. Boost will do it. That'll do it. So there's the 2 mana that I need in order to shield 2 and cleanse on you. Okay. You'll lose your top side again, but now we still have a side that's available to take out the thorn. I just need to roll to it. I will keep any mana gain, and there we go, we get it. Woof. What a fight. Brambles Plus. Kill 30 thorns, unlock a monster. Seed has a 10% rarity. Has 3 sides that do nothing and 3 sides that summon a thorn, and then the seed dies. Open a curse chest, a random tier 0 tweak. Sure. Small sacrifice. All tiny enemies, so the bee and the spider in this fight get +3 pips and add death to all sides. That's gonna be a problem. I feel like I'm gonna need additional max HP. I want to take the wolf ears, but I don't think I'm getting out of this fight. Yep. That's all of my units dying. Unfortunately, I can't use the self-heal and self-shields on target because in order to get the trio mana, I need to use a 1 pip and then the trio mana, which means the only target for self-heal and self-shield this turn is the only character who's not really taking damage. What do I do about this? Because I can kill the spider and the bee. I can do it. I do this, right? Boom, and boom. Obviously, if I'm going to do that anyway, I would also just defend myself. But I still think the win is going to be real hard to get out of that position. I shouldn't have opened that chest. I was thinking exclusively with Wacky Brain, which is the brain that's like, what's the most interesting thing to do? The wackiest thing to do. And it led me astray, folks. It led me astray. I got whacked out poo brain. I don't think I can get out of this one. Yeah, this one's not coming down our way. I'll only take the damage the wolf does every turn, but yeah, the wolf has the ability to do 4 damage in a single instance. I would have had to hit like a bunch of heavy attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4 in order to finish out the enemies. So if the wolf did the AoE attack every turn, I think I could have survived at the end there. Do it again. Force. Great start. During the first turn, all heroes have +1 pip to all sides. I mean, that would definitely help this team. Got a couple clunkers here. Third Fanatic. Every third turn, summon a Fanatic. The fact that we have 2 classes that are capable of defending themselves, as in yellow characters often generate self-defense, as well as 2 gray classes, makes me feel like the Fanatic is the right option here. We could take a mountain layout if we'd prefer. Not the enemies take damage. No. Monster left. +4 pips to the left side. There's also hurried, -2 level up choices, so just be getting a random level up every single time. This is really tough in this mode, because some of the generated characters are just obviously not really up to snuff compared to the others. I'm actually leaning towards the reroll. The only one of these that I want to take is the Fanatic every third turn. Let's go Mountain. So with Mountain, I've got to remember that I'm going to have a lot of difficulty dealing damage. So we're looking for spells to deal damage, certainly, and we're also looking for our gray characters to help deal damage. We're looking for our green character to help deal damage. So like depleted spells, add deplete to all spells. Costs +1 mana for the rest of this battle each time it is cast. Probably not going to be our choice. Rightmost Caltrops. Replace your rightmost side with 1 self-damage cantrip. Considering how little health we have, I really don't want to do that. But Monster Row +1 to their entire middle row, that is pretty tough, but I could definitely work with it. Add a bones in non-boss fights, that's also fine. The only problem is obviously that's 9. Fumes. All most HP enemies start poisoned for 2. That would be very, very useful. That solves our damage problem. So wait, now I need another 8 points. Big hitter could be a problem. What if I did take Migraine? Non-boss bones. So -1 to our two left-hand sides. It's pretty harsh. That's really harsh. Do I really take depleting spells? When I have 2 wizards? Surely that's how I'm going to generate a lot of my damage and defense. We can make the top sides blank, but then I still need 2 more points. Topside's blank, and we have Caltrop? Okay. I think the poison is going to be really, really important. Okay, so 2 characters are targeting middle area. I'll go for Scorch, AoE, destroy, and then the goblin runs away. Lays G1 with a regenerated hero. 1 damage cleave, 1 shield cleave, and heal and shield to read feels like a pretty good grey character. So I'll keep them. Okay. Shield 5, poison. That's the tactic we have access to there. Not particularly keen on it, as you might imagine. Zap. Kill an enemy with exactly 2 HP cooldown. This has 3 mana decay, a 2 mana single use side, 1 reroll cantrip, as well as 1 self damage. I almost want to go for the random tier 2 level up here. Unfortunately, I know that top blank side is probably something good. It probably was once upon a time. We now get additional cantrip reroll, as well as a pretty big block. 6 block to a single target. That's worthwhile. The self-damage is going to be really tough. I'd love them not to do it. Yeah, because it hurts. It hurts when they do it. Because, like, as soon as they hit that side, first off, they've hit that side. That's, dang. But then secondly, I have to roll again. Otherwise, I'm just accepting that side? Absolutely not. Thankfully, I'll have the ability here to take out all of the damage that is going to target us. G2 with the self-healed, self-shield, 6 damage. Doing great work here. I'll gather 6 mana out of this. Give a burst. Double burst on the wolf, and then I know I can completely defend the remaining target. Just you and me, rat. And as long as I don't roll death on any of my characters, I will not re-roll. That's it. Barley Song. Replace the left side with 1 damage cantrip. I can't say I hate it. I don't think I'll be using it for a bit, but I'm not mad. Okay, we've got 3 seeds, all of them dying this turn. Because if they destroy N1, then all the seeds will explode. In fact, they'll explode before they even get to summon the thorns, which is great. I'm gonna let that happen. They didn't roll any other AoEs, so certainly seemed like the best way to manage it. Bones and Archer taken out in the back line, and then the boar set to 1, and we self-heal off of them. A G2 that is capable of helping us get mana. Or N2, green 2, who's capable of using Devoid for a blank space and 2 damage pips. We can kill all enemies with 2 or less HP. That is very relevant, actually. Yeah, I want that. Up against a troll, thankfully it's got 2 poisons, so we won't have to deal with its regen. But it'll only have 1 poison, as far as we're familiar. Frustratingly, we do barely any damage to the troll that turn and take a bunch ourselves. Thankfully, the enemy does not hit us with poison, but does hit a lot of us with an effect. I should definitely leave myself enough mana next turn to Scorch still. Sorry, to Scorch, to Gather. Because it certainly seems like if I roll all blanks, just going for the Gather and then the kill after that is going to be worth our while. Please don't just all die. Thank you. There goes the troll, Origami, and the Burning Blade. Origami would give me the ability to put the Barley Song on someone. Burning Blade would give me the ability to replace sides with damage. I do want damage, but being able to utilize the correct sides seems very valuable as well. We've got a Bones, 2 Illusions, a Snake, and a Bandit. I can overkill that illusion on the south side in order to get the bandit to run away. That's great. Overkill the illusion, bandit runs away. I'll freeze the snake so I don't have to worry about its poison, and then I'll defend against the bones, kill the illusion with my growth side, so now I get to kill that target as well as have additional damage for later. Let's also just take out the snake. I'll happily prepare myself to be able to stun the bones every turn, but it's not going to be necessary this turn. Enemies down. B2.7B2. We would have the spell flick. I do like the spell flick. Some good damage. Is it as good as Scorch in this fight, though? I don't think so. I gotta say, a Grey hero having the ability to upgrade for 7 damage Exa, that is pretty important. The ability to be able to take out a single target as big as that. I'll take him. Up against 3 illusions, a chest, a bones, and a war chief. The war chief is giving +1 to all other monsters' sides, so that's definitely a primary target for us. Devoid requires a blank space as well as 2 individual damage pips. I think I'll end up with that regardless, because Devoid will immediately kill 2 of the illusions, and if I do 2 damage to the bones, it'll kill the bones as well for us. So it has a lot of value. Okay. Chess is going to summon 3 Slimelets. I'd love to get the reward from that, actually. So what if I just did? Ooh, I can't. I don't have enough damage pips. Dang. Fine. I'll do it the boring way. We'll devoid some enemies off the field, leave ourselves with just a bones and 2 Slimelets that I have to fight. Can I please stop destroying myself? Like, the only side that I roll is the self damage cantrip. It's insane. It is insane. Bones, and then devoid takes out all the enemies. Reroll G2, no thank you. Pocket Phylactery. 6 max HP additional, but add pain to the 2 left sides. It's pretty good for N2.D2, who just gets 6 max HP out of that, basically. There's also Learn Heat. Heal 3 to all allies with shield, and Cleanse. I think that's really, really important. That could be the way that I bridge the gap of not having red classes. Up against an Ogre, a Blind, a Militia, and a Bones. If I can just defend this turn, never mind. Unfortunately, I already did some damage, so that's out of the question now. So because I have a steel defense side, I'm going to defend that character as much as possible, and then pass that defense on. There we go. What else can I do? I don't think I can make the Militia run away without doing basically what I did last time. And unfortunately, I think that's the most efficient thing I'm capable of doing at the time. This is not great. Defending against Bones and Blind next turn is going to be a toughie. I can keep B2 alive for another spell there. Sorry, I can keep B1 alive for another spell there. But it's getting pretty bad. Blind is casting the most powerful attack they have, unfortunately. And 2, you should definitely take a stun. We are going to need a stun, probably for the Ogre if I had to guess. G2 got a bunch of additional rerolls here. Ideally, I'll be looking for damage. Just any more damage. Not on myself. Well. This one's not gonna go the way I want it. Didn't manage to generate enough mana in order to really take a character down this turn. I'm gonna focus on getting the Ogre off the field this turn. And trying to see if there's a way to save myself. Well, rolling that damage tells me that I've got to go all the way on this one. This is hilarious. Alright, Blind, you and me. Do I roll my cantrip self-death or cantrip you death? Cantrip self-death. We truly did manage to generate unfair for ourselves. That'll take that team down. Dang it, taking us back to the title page where we say something along the lines of, I'll get you next time, generate unfair, if it's the last thing I do. For the moment though. My name's been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Slice and Dice. Top left is a series playlist for all the content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendation is down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays, at above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Sorathil. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.